Hi everybody, Brenda. Wanted to talk to you really quick today about senior pictures in particular. I've had a few conversations this week with clients about what brought them to me, why they came to me, and I think it's really important to relay that because I know that it's a very overwhelming decision as far as who to come to for senior pictures. Heck, the whole junior senior year is overwhelming. You have prom, you have right after that, on the cusp of that is senior pictures. It's who do I go to, where are my friends going, why are they going there? Hopefully you're asking all those questions because it is a lot. A lot of photographers do a lot of different things, and I price very differently. My work is very unique. I try to keep things different, and that's part of the difference that I want to provide for you is the uniqueness. I've heard from other photographers in the past, what's my style? They talk about what their style is. It's vintage this and boho that. That to me is not important. What's important to me is what's your style. My style is your style. I mean, I do have a flavor in my work, but definitely my photography is more you. It's not about me, ever. It's about who I have in front of my camera. So that's number one. Number two is, I continue to educate myself. I work really extremely crazily hard to be on top of my game and keep my lighting on point, my, outdoor work, my in-studio, natural light, studio light, working with clients, that kind of thing, keeping myself educated and on top of not only the trends, but also what is technically important. And I think that's a huge piece that's missing right now in the industry is the technical portion. The third thing I wanted to talk about as far as why me, what's different about what I have to offer. I mean, you have hundreds, literally, probably 100 photographers within 50 miles to choose from, and believe me, I know that, and I appreciate any client that comes to me because you have a lot of options. But the third thing that I did want to talk about is the details. I am not OCD, but I do have OCD tendencies when it comes to photography. I am all about hair and not having, a few flyaways into your face. That's something that I see a lot in other senior portraits, not to cut anybody down because, we're all in this together. But I did want to, mention that I am super, super crazy about making sure before I take a shot that all the details are correct. Is there a cell phone in the pocket? That doesn't look so good having that rectangle, on a side pocket in a guy's senior picture. Or does she have lip gloss on if maybe she has very, matte kind of lips to begin with, very, dry. If a girl, needs to have a little bit more depth to her pictures, I will suggest those things. And I'll ask if that's you, and if it's not you, that's totally okay. I'm not going to force you to wear makeup, but, those little things like, adding a little bit of mascara. On really humid days, I have some tricks, specifically some Aveda products that I use to keep in my back pocket. I'm all about all the details and keeping things on point for you so that you're proud to show them off. Isn't the point of having senior pictures wanting to look your best? And I'm here to, help bring that out in you. The fourth thing I wanted to touch on a little bit is what my senior pictures were like and how that molded what I'm doing now, and I'll be really quick about it because I appreciate that you're even watching this and taking the time out of your day. But with my senior pictures, I probably was more of a unique client for my senior photographer. There were not many options. We had one main high school photographer in the city of Jefferson, Wisconsin, who used the same wicker chair, and I'm looking to you, my high school classmates, like this if you had the wicker chair in your senior pictures. I did not want that. Every single person that I knew, minus a few friends, had that wicker chair, and I was like, if I'm having senior pictures done, I'll pay for it myself. My parents had very little money. So I went somewhere different and somewhere that was kind of, in trend with outdoor portraits, which was new then. That was a new thing. And the reason that the photographer had kind of a challenge with me is because I didn't have a ton of interest in high school. That came later for me. I wasn't in sports. My big thing was show choir, which I loved. I love, the arts, obviously, and singing was my thing. But other than that, I was very quiet. I was kind of a brooding person. I wasn't much of a smiler. I was thoughtful and probably shy. So I was able to watch this guy, in his 50s, talk to me like a normal person, like we're standing at a gas station beside each other waiting for change. He was just, trying to talk, small talk with me and learn about me as a person. What do I like? What kind of music do I listen to? And those things I use a lot today. And I think that's what came out in my pictures because, like I said, I didn't have a big personality like some seniors do, especially in this day and age. There's a lot of things to be involved with. I came from a small town, and I didn't have, a great sense of style. It was 1980s. I had Aquanet going on and my pastel blue. But off the subject, I saw how he pulled out some personality in my pictures, and I really loved them still. I mean, other than my general style at the time, I was really happy with how he interacted with me and brought me out in my pictures, and I know my mom was really happy. I guess I do have one more thing to talk about in relation to that, and that is how growing up, I came from very humble beginnings. We had a house fire when I was in 6th grade. We lost absolutely everything, and boy, did that make me a stronger person, and I don't feel sad about that today. That really taught me a lot of things about the value of material things versus, general relationships, life things. But one thing that my mom did value, even though we had very, very little, was pictures. And I'm so thankful for that because we've had some, tragic events. I've lost 2 brothers. Don't want to get too much into that, but, pictures mean something. This is a moment in time where you don't get this back. Your senior pictures, when you think about it, are the very last individual pictures that your child or you as the senior will have individually. The next thing to come is engagement pictures or wedding pictures. And whoa, when you think about that, I think about that with my kids. That's something to think about and consider when you choose a senior photographer. I hope that you're not, trying to, and I know money's a concern, but I came from that same place as a high school senior. But I hope you don't just have Uncle Bob take the pictures in the backyard. I hope that you put some thought and time, and even, just buying a very short session with somebody that you respect. If it's me, awesome, I would love that. But if you go somewhere else with somebody of quality, just have a mini session. Go somewhere that that you're going to get great quality, or with someone that you connect with at a consultation. That's a huge thing, to really try and interview the photographer to get to know whether or not you can, stand that person for half an hour or an hour. There's a lot of interesting personalities in the arts, let me tell you. But, back to my point, my mom paid for half of my senior pictures and I paid for the other half. And it took us a year to pay for our pictures. And we still love them just as much as the day that he took them, the day that we picked them up a year later. And I'll never forget when my mom paid her half and I paid my half. And it was such a struggle for us to, scrape that money together. I worked a part-time job to pay for my class ring, my senior pictures, and all those things. I remember her shaking his hand and saying, "You're worth every penny." And, I wish we'd get more of that in this day and age. And I'm not saying that because I want you as a client. I'm saying that from a value standpoint. That's, people work pretty hard in small businesses, whether it's a landscaper or somebody building, a sunroom for you, whatever the case. If somebody's painting your exterior of your house, we small business people work really hard, and I'm guessing that a lot of you own your own small business, and it kind of strikes a chord with you. So, am I saying that you have to come to me? Well, I sure hope so, but you don't have to. I'm just asking that you go somewhere of quality, and I appreciate that you have a lot of options, and I really hope that you, as a senior and as a mom or dad, take the time to really go through and weigh your options. A great first step for that, and I'm going to make a separate video about that, is to sit at separate computers, take a few days, or even on your phones, whatever, and Google separately and make a list, or just keep open on your Safari tabs what photographers you like, whose work do you like? Is it a guy, is it a girl? It doesn't matter if they're in La Crosse, Wisconsin, Madison, wherever you want to go, and then cross-reference if you both have one photographer that you both happen to have as your favorite. That's a great first way to do it. But I just wanted to give you some points and kind of let you see my face and let you know that I'm not scary and I'm a real person. And, I'm going to talk some more too in a separate video about our pricing, because we've done some pretty exciting things this year. We've changed, although we still offer prints, we're all digital. So that's pretty exciting, because our clients basically own the pictures when they walk away. And we do help guide, you know, what to do with them at that point and all those things. But I love that seniors and parents have these pictures right now. It's graduation time, and they can put their picture, you know, on their cake and their graduation announcements, and they can do it at their leisure in their pajamas on their computer, just order them and have them delivered in the mail. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, I just wanted to say thanks. I hope that I didn't take too much of your time from your day. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I hope that you like my page, Brenda Eckhardt Photography, so that you can see the future videos that I have, because I have a lot of helpful hints for senior pictures, whether you come to me or not. I think you're going to find them very helpful. It's daunting, it's overwhelming for anybody that puts any time or thought into searching for the right photographer. It's a lot to think about. And if you'd like a consultation with me, give me a call, send me a text, and I'll be happy to talk with you some more. If not, I hope you reach out to somebody that their work speaks to you and that you feel like you have a connection with. Thanks much and have a great day.